All right, so thank you very much, for honoring this late invitation here today to look at the second edition of the Kempinski Liquid Sports Awards. I'll introduce dignitaries on the high table. This man, because he's made a lot of things happen for us. I'll call him the miracle. We had Kempinski coming in, and we're so honored to be here, at the hotel and for them hosting us. He's the general manager.
So we at Kempinski, we're very proud to partner with Liquid Sports. We recognize the importance of sports in nation building, in our staff employee engagement, and we know that sports, we think is a very laudable initiative. So that's why we decided to go ahead with this. Thank you.
Okay. Ghana had 2 athletes qualifying for the World Championships who went to the All Africa Games and won a couple of medals. Liquid Sports Ghana made up of myself, Francis, Nkrumah, who's our who does all the video, the graphics and everything for us. Kukun Kansa, who's the CEO. There's Bar Husseini, who's our patron, and a lot more partners. We came together and said we wanted to raise the profile of Ghana athletics. One of the ways which we felt we could do it best was by highlighting performances of our athletes. A lot of people look back and say Ghana won 2 great medals at the World Championship 2005. Margaret Simpson won a bronze in the heptathlon. Ignatius Geiser won a silver in the long jump. We want Ghana to be able to go to the World Championship and win those medals. One of the ways to do that is to motivate the athletes. So when they come up with great performances, we highlight them. So why not do an annual award, where we are able to better put focus on them, nominate them, and then send the news all around so people know about them. So we did that, and we had great, partners from all over the world. There's a Canadian called Carol Fuchs. She has a website called Athlete Africa, concentrating on Africa. She came on board as one of the expert panel. There's another person, Yomi Omebeja. He's based in London, owns a website called Athletics Africa. He came on board. The senior producer for Voice of America Africa, Mark Uma, also came on board. We lost Mark later on in the year. So we're able to crown 2 athletes, John Ampoma and Janet Amponsa, for the inaugural awards. So this year, Triathlon Star is an award that recognizes somebody in the amateur ranks who's really punching above their weight, to make it to the professional ranks. So 5 awards in total on Saturday. And so that is essentially where we are as far as the awards are going. After the general manager speaks, we'll also give you the top 3 rankings in those 4 particular categories that I've given. So I don't want to take all the shine now. It's time now to listen to Ken.
In front of you today and address you about our collaboration with Liquid Sports. Kempinski is one of the oldest hospitality management companies in the world. We have a legacy that extends over 100 years. In fact, just last week we celebrated our 120th anniversary. As a company, we believe in supporting upcoming athletes, all kinds of upcoming talent. Like Ajwa mentioned a little time ago, we've been involved with Ghana Triathlon since the stage of inception. It's almost 2 years now. This is the 2nd triathlon they had this year. And the participation there was very humbling. To look at the number of people who are actually interested in triathlon, participating in all 3 disciplines was very encouraging. We believe in developing, nurturing, and supporting all kinds of sports activities. Some of you may be familiar of our participation with the Azuma Nelson Fight Night Boxing as well last year. We are now involved with Liquid Sports for promoting true Ghanaian talent to make sure that they have the opportunity to shine internationally, and we're here to support them. Personally as well, I used to be an athlete in my younger days. I used to be a 800 and 1500 meter runner, although not to the caliber of some of the African athletes. But nevertheless, I have a personal soft spot towards athletes and towards being able to support them and help them in achieving their dreams and goals. So I wish you very good luck for your endeavor, and I'm sure it's just a matter of time before we start seeing the Ghanaian flag and anthem on the podiums of all international sports, especially athletics. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right, so as I outlined earlier on, we'll just give you the top three for the four categories of awards that we'll be presenting. Of course, the fifth one is a special award from triathlon. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are the top three according to the votes that we got. I also take the opportunity quickly to tell you that the criteria for the awards was straightforward. We're looking at, performances across board from the Ghana Athletics Association end of year rankings. We took it out to the level of the IAF scoring tables to aggregate them. Then, category. There's John Ampuma, Sean Safuentri, and Emmanuel Dasso, who made the top three. Out of these three, one of them will be crowned as a winner on Saturday. And then we'll do with the women as well. So there's Fleng Soguswe Japan, there's Nadia Ike, and Janet Ponsa. The top three for the women. And then we do for the local version of the awards. For the men, we have Martin Owusu-Entwi, Isaac Nkamsa, and Desmond Ai for the men. We do that of the women. So there's Beatrice German. The local men. Okay, so let me do the local men again. There's Martin Owusu-Entwi, Isaac Nkamsa, and Desmond Ai. The top three voted for athletes. They will do that for the women. There's Beatrice German, there's Deborah Aqua, and there's Regina Eboa. This is something I'm going to send to you as a form of press release. So
the whole award ceremony itself. Well, I don't look at this award ceremony as one-off. We have a long-standing tie-up and association with Liquid Sports, with Ghana Triathlon, with the Azuma Nelson Boxing Federation. So we try and contribute as much as we can to all sports faculties.
My question I'm asking, putting 30,000 into this amount.
Okay, listen, cash is not a defined way of saying sponsorship, but if you want to put a value onto it, it would be in excess of over 50 to 60,000 CD. But I'm not going to define the terms of cash, because to use a hotel of this nature, to host an award ceremony, to use it costs a lot of money, and there's a lot of expenses involved in that, which we are sponsoring and we are partnering as far as this event is concerned. But I think you will find a lot of people who are willing today to put in money in terms of event, but what is really necessary in the term of sports today is the willingness to support and unconditionally support, not just for one event, but going on for a longer period of time.
Just to add quickly, I think we spoke about the fact we have Kempinski as title sponsor, speaks volume. So we look at it from that value point, and we're looking towards.
End of the day, with our association, with us being able to, the press takes it a little bit more seriously as well, that the message would be spread across, and we will have more people participating in sports, and we will see more Ghanaian athletes coming out of this thing. I don't think Liquid Sports is a one-off award ceremony. It is here to stay for posterity. It's here, and hopefully we will be able to support as much as we can. Yeah. If something to gain, it is for he stands because of the virtue of what he did, right? He is not. It's just a recognition that we're giving him. I think that recognition will help him to strive for greater goals and glories. It will also, with association of being recognized as one of the best in Ghana, will help other people from more professional fields to be able to support him to achieve his goals. If he recognize somebody, then obviously his goal settings will go up to a different level, and he will be able to achieve much more than rather not being appreciated or recognized at all. I'm not endorsing the candidate that you said is winning. Yeah, so I need to make a disclaimer here. So
yeah. So again, just to add on